I couldn't care less what people do as long as they don't do it in public or force their ways on the whole damn world.
I think in terms of what is being produced and specifically producing plays that circle around themes of LGBTQ identity are fairly limited. In terms of producing theater, there's a lot of fear around choosing a production and then not having the right cast for that particular production.
I'm problematic. Yeah.
There's this wonderful play called Here by Taylor Mack that has one trans masculine character in it. I could totally choose that I want to produce this play, but one of the fears that we have in our community is, what if I don't get a trans man to audition for this particular play? Do I put a trans woman into this role and ask her to play trans masculine, right? So trying to figure out who can play the roles that we are asking for, and are those people going to show up? So I think that fear of are they going to show up is one of the biggest reasons why we don't produce a lot of LGBTQ theater.
You know, in our position, an audience that is mostly white, 55 and up, and used to Neil Simon and things like that, like how do you start to introduce new playwrights, new themes? I think we always think about, you know, gaining the trust of our audience so that we can maybe pose questions and have conversations about things that they might not have been as open about before.
You still dating her? Last month I was dumped. She's in love. She's got a new man? Well, no. What's his name? Joanne.
I feel like once we got into the 21st century is kind of when the tide started to change. In the 90s we had like Rent and things like that, which brought light to, you know, a lot of issues with the AIDS epidemic and sort of homosexuality in media not being shown as much as heterosexuality in media. And that was seen as pretty controversial at the time.
The point that I make is that, goddamn, I do not think that you glorify on public television homosexuality.
And I think once we kind of got into the 21st century, we kind of started accepting that more and trying to tell more stories of people that are in the community.
I think it helps our community feel seen. I think both for the students that we have here on campus and off campus that identify as part of the LGBTQ+ community, knowing that their stories are being shared on stage gives them a sense of inclusion in our society, that they know that we see you and we want to have your story and want to share your story.
It is something that matters to me a lot, and I think in just thinking about this, the questions that you were posing, it was like, wow, I think we can do better. And it's just, you know, when we're a small team and a small company trying to make a big impact in the community, and where do you start? You know, so this, if nothing else, has led me to that.